This technique is fantastic for creating diffuse light or any sort of soft focus effect. It's sometimes called scumble glaze, sometimes called a dry brush technique. All you need to do is cover your brush in a very, very, very light film of colour. I'm even going to blot my brush because I don't want too much paint on the brush tool for this technique. Now I'm going to apply it to give a soft, diffused highlight on this side of the tree. So very gently, soft, circular marks to create this technique. And it really gives it this soft focus, out of focus sort of look. No harsh contrasts or shadows. Keep remembering to blot your brush as you're going. Just applying a really, really small amount of paint onto the painting. It's also a great way of picking up texture that's already on the surface. Could also use it to create the idea of moonlight. So I'm creating the idea of moonlight with this soft brush technique. Not too much pressure gives the idea of soft, diffused moonlight. It's a really nice technique, really, really simple and easy to apply right at the end of a painting when all your other colours are dry. Modelling paste is a fantastic medium that you can add to the paint to create an impasto technique. So by adding this to the paint, I can really, really thicken the paint up and create a heavy body medium with my acrylics. So that's much, much thicker than tube consistency. This is not too dissimilar to painting with oils. I'm using a palette knife as this tends to clog up a bristle brush. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this and use it for my foreground. Great to use texture in the foreground as it gives a sense of depth of field. So I can be really, really liberal with this and create a real thick residue of paint. I can use it to pull up texture, create depth, use it as a hatching effect. I can even scrape back through it to create more texture. So that really, really builds the paint up, gives you this lovely depth of field in the foreground. If you put too much on, you can scrape it back. Takes a little longer to dry than the normal acrylic, but give you a great sense of texture. You can put this on the canvas before you start, or you can mix it in with the paint. I can pick up peaks with the paste or create sort of flat surfaces. So that's impasto.